Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Legal Tech Hub product briefing. I'm Stephanie Wilkins. I'm the Director of Content here at Legal Tech Hub. And today we're talking to Xperate, which is an international software development consultancy. I am joined by Anand Ablack, who is the president of the North American business unit for Xperate. Hi, Anand.
Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. So we're going to dive into a little bit about Xperate and what it does and the services you offer, but I was hoping that maybe you could start with just a little brief introduction of yourself and the company just as an overview.
Sure. So as you mentioned, I'm Anand Ablack, and I run the North American business unit for Xperate. Xperate is a software development consultancy that works with law firms and legal tech companies globally. So in terms of my background, I've been trained as a lawyer, but my entire professional career has been in commercial and leadership roles in legal technology. Worked with some of the big multinational firms, worked in a VC-funded legal technology company and PE-backed. So really, I've seen quite a lot in this space, and I'm really happy to be here with Xperate running this business.
That sounds great. So I know you said you work with both law firms and legal tech companies. Can you give a little background of maybe why Xperate was started and if there was a particular problem you were looking to solve?
Sure. So Xperate was founded by two legal tech veterans, so Simon Hill and Mark Garnish, both of Tickets, who many of your listeners and viewers will recognize from their previous roles. Really, Xperate was founded to solve a challenge within the industry. We all came from product backgrounds. We've all worked in product companies. But really, there was a gap in the market around professional services, around high-end software development to really satisfy the needs of law firms globally. So in a nutshell, we provide custom development work, we provide integration work, we provide implementation work for our customer base. For law firms, that can take the form of a number of different things. We can work with firms around integrations to uncover ROI or workflow efficiencies. And on the other hand, for legal tech companies, we are a high subject matter business that can provide scale and expertise to help them deliver on their product roadmaps.
Great. So let's break that down a little bit. Let's start with the law firm side. Is there a particular demographic of law firms you usually work with?
So our customer base is a global base. In the main, we work with G200 law firms in North America, in the UK, and APAC. And really, it's about helping these firms with their technology needs. What we find, there's actually more commonality than there is differences with a lot of customers at that end of the market. To give you a concrete example, a firm may have a technology stack. It may even be a very tech-forward stack, cloud solutions across their major assets. However, what a lot of our clients find is that in many cases, these technologies, these products don't really talk to each other in the way that the firm needs them to. They may do very well as discrete solutions, but from a firm's perspective, they may require integration work. They may require reporting work. There may be work to make sure that technology stack is really working for that firm. So for our global clients, that is one way that we support them from a development perspective. On the other hand, beyond integrations, oftentimes firms have uncovered unique areas of inefficiency that they want to address, or where they've identified a competitive advantage. In those cases, there may not be anything off the shelf. There may not be any third-party software that can satisfy these needs. That's really where Xperate shines. So we work with clients to do discovery on what they want to build, to bring in our architects to really understand how this is going to be structured, how it's going to be scalable, how it's going to utilize the best technology, and then we deliver to spec on these bespoke development projects. This has been really beneficial to our client base and really appreciated by firms who have unique needs that can't be met off the shelf. That's on the law firm side. And then with legal technology companies, because of our deep subject matter expertise that we can talk about in a bit, we really provide unmatched development and scale to help them on their product roadmaps. In terms of the kinds of companies we work with in legal technology, we work with some of the largest at the very top end, but equally for a lot of companies that are, may have just achieved Series A or Series B or a round of funding, and they're at that inflection point where they need to look at how best to scale, how best to deliver on their roadmap. We're able to support those companies, again, with scale, with high-end subject matter expertise to help them accelerate and hit their business goals.
Okay, great. So, when people are thinking about consultancies, sometimes they wonder if there's limits to the services you offer or what they can come to you for. When it comes to your software consulting at Xperate, are there limits to what you advise on? Is it particular kinds of software, or is it more broadly across the legal and legal tech space?
Sure, great question. For Xperate, we really pride ourselves on delivering a wide range of services and capabilities to our client base. We like to say that there's no problem that can't be imagined that we can't take a crack at. And that's from a position of expertise. That's from a position of having done a lot of this work before. So really, it is a wide gamut that we run in terms of the services that we provide, both for firms as well as for legal tech companies.
And then what differentiates Xperate from maybe other software consultancies in the market? Why should our viewers be coming to you?
So I think fundamentally, as a professional services business, our company is really about our people. I talked a bit about our commercial leadership in North America and UK and APAC. We all come from legal tech backgrounds. We've all come from firms. We have a high level of knowledge to be able to interact at a high level with customers within the market regions. But equally important is our shared services and our development team in India. I think it's useful just to talk a little bit more about that. Legal tech companies or law firms, they may have experimented with outsourced development, but really a lot of people have had challenges in terms of working with probably very good development teams, but generalists. Xperate is very different. All of our development teams, all of our leadership come from legal tech. In previous roles, they've worked on practice management systems, they've worked on document management systems, they've built time capture systems, legal accounting, you name it. So, from an expertise perspective, not just on the commercial side, but also on the development side, Xperate brings a very high level of legal tech knowledge, legal market knowledge to the table. I think that's very different. You can imagine that a lot of times using outsourced development, having to explain what a document management system is for the first 6 months, that's a challenge. For us, we hit the ground running. For us, we're able to really ensure that our subject matter experts can add value on projects from day one. They've built it, they've lived it, and they have the expertise to really hit the ground running for our clients.
That's great. So it sounds like you're really passionate about the legal tech market, and I think it's unique that you're serving both sides of the equation with you, if you will, with the law firms and the legal tech companies themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we also have some other elements that I think are very unique. In terms of the way that we've structured ourselves as Xperate, we are first and foremost not a product company. There is no tension with any of the companies that we work with. And of course, doing integrations and doing that kind of custom development work, we work with companies across the board, all of the usual suspects within all of the different categories, within DMS, within PMS, within time capture. Because we don't have a product, because we're not competing from that perspective, there's no competitive tension, and we're seen as a neutral third party in terms of being able to, in fact, help a lot of these solutions become even more sticky, become even more embedded within the firms that are clients. That's on the one hand. And then on the other hand, we adopt a position of neutrality. We work with everyone. We're not branded in terms of alliances with any one company or another. We make sure that we are seen as neutral arbiters and that we can work with any of the companies across the board. Ultimately, it's about making sure that a law firm is satisfied and has everything that they need in terms of their tech stack, and we can develop that connective tissue to make sure that all of those systems work together, that the tech stack is delivering what the law firm expects. And really, it's a win-win-win situation all around, from the tech companies, for Xperate, and for the law firm itself.
Great. And so, like you said, that there's no problem you won't take a crack at.
No, that's it. Again, in terms of experience, in terms of what we bring to the table from our founders on the ticket side, they've built a lot of the leading solutions in many categories. From our development side, we have a high level of expertise, both in terms of legal subject matter expertise, but as well in terms of those core skills to really augment the subject matter expertise within a lot of law firms. We're seen as a partner. We're seen as someone who can really add value and immediate traction within these firms. And we're seen as a valuable partner. And really, Stephanie, that's the key to what we've been able to do and why we're able to help our clients globally.
Well, that's great. I think a lot of our viewers will get a lot out of that. And for those of you who are watching, we will put a URL at the bottom of the screen right now so you can figure out how to reach out to Xperate and to Anand and his team and learn more about what problems they might be able to help you solve. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Stephanie. Great talking to you.